Hello, Ella and Rosario. I just wanted to share the videos that I took with you today and go through them in a bit of slow motion and show you what I am seeing. Let's share the screen. Okay, let's go full screen on this one. Let's go about. Okay, hopefully you can see that. Okay, so what I'm seeing, her front paws are looking so much better, and I can only assume that's because of you doing the free work with her. Before, she used to really lean back on right onto the back of her pads. Now she's doing beautifully on the front. She doesn't put her hind legs together very well, but we'll talk about that. Very happy girl. That's kind of looking a bit better. I did notice her left ear sits further back and there's more movement in her left ear than her right. Right here she is. Let's just go back a little bit and I'll just show you. So she's putting more weight on her right hind leg, and as you can see, then her left. But it's definitely improved since the last time. Looking good there. That looks
Yes, I've come up with that one.
sound. When she walks, she's still, let's go back there a little bit. Can you see when she walks, she's still walking on the back of her pads, but she's getting better. Again, she's not putting a lot of weight on that left hind, but she's getting, as you can see, she's rearranging on her own, which is great, and her paws are leaning forward. This is a really nice height station for her. I like this for her. She's able to organize herself quite nicely. She did move a little bit there, but that's not too bad. She's forward on her paws and she's even on her hind paws. Look at that. That's lovely. That's really lovely. And she got a bit of a start, but she went back to it. This area here is what I'm more concerned about. In fact, it's the uneven coat only went to about here last time, and now it's spread to here. Not to worry about that though. I think it's just a natural because her body is changing, because her legs are changing where they are, where they stand. I think that could be contributing to this. Now watch this one really slowly. So see her as she walked over, let's have a look. As she walked over with something in her mouth. See, she had something in her mouth. Watch how she walks with her front paws. She's walking a lot more lightly and on the front of her paws, okay? Stays on the front of her paws, back legs are, she's offloading a little bit, but then they're square again there. Now watch as she walks off again without it in her mouth. Her paws go back to leaning back a little bit further, which is quite interesting. What's happening, what I would explain there is that while she's got something in her mouth, that changes how her whole mouth, her neck, her shoulders, everything feels because there's something in her mouth. You could do the experiment yourself, what it's like to try and walk with something in your mouth and something without. Yeah, and I think that's what's happening for her. So I'm still going to say I think her issue is around her neck. Speed it up a little bit now. You see this uneven coat here, this ruffly coat? That would signal that she's quite tense through that area, which possibly affects her ears, which is why they're not balanced, why her ears, can you see a lot more movement in this ear? You just concentrate on the ear perhaps at the moment. There is movement in the other one, but this left ear she holds it a bit lower than this one here, and there's a lot more movement in it that I can see as she's licking. She's looking mostly to the right, to her right, which gives us a clue as to what's happening. See, walking quite flat on her feet again, on the backs of her feet. But the good thing is that she is able to reorganize them when she comes to standing at stations like this one. That's lovely. See how she's up on the front of her feet? That's more normal. So she can do it. We just have to give her more practice. She is offloading that hind left again there. We'll have to, I do still think it's worth seeing a physio to get them to have a look. I'm going to say they're going to find an issue somewhere in her left hind hip or leg somewhere, which could be throwing her front paws out. But I'm liking what I'm seeing there with her front. She's definitely doing much better on her front. So this time, great, she's looking to the left so she can lick to both sides. Nice paw placement there. Again, offloading on that left. Definitely worth having a look at that with, say, maybe a physio. You could go to your vet, but they're going to say there's nothing wrong. They're going to say have imaging, and then they're going to say there's probably nothing wrong. You see how this is kind of back a bit further? Sweet girl. Okay, we'll just quickly go through the other videos. Uh, this is the neck exercise, just so you can see how we did it again. So just using both hands, alternating your hands, one over that side, one in the middle, one over that side. Lovely and slow, Ella. Love the placement. Yep, love it back there so she can get a nice stretch through her neck without moving her body. That's really lovely. And I kind of want to see what's happening through here as she does that. Definitely, I would have a physio look at her neck as well. Have a feel there. See what's going on. Feel how tight it is through there. I mean, you don't have to rush there. We want to get her so that she's okay with going. And what was another one we did? The counting game, the the ready game. There we go. Just a video of that. She's a bit fast because she's very excited. We often find that when you put someone significant to the dog in with the free work, they can speed up a little bit. It just means she's quite excited. He's slowing down a bit now, which is beautiful. And finishing it off. Nice. I think there was one more. This one? Ready? Yeah, that's it. A bit slower. That's awesome. So by throwing it away, you're saying basically you can go do something else, but when you say ready, it means something's going to happen here. So every time she hears ready now, like you could just have it set up outside and walk outside. Don't have to do free work. Just walk outside and say ready and put a couple of treats in there and then finished and walk away. Just so she knows when you stand at that particular station and you say ready, And I would get one snuffle mat or one thing that you have and always do it on that one. So you can take it with you to the vet or the chiropractor. So she knows to expect when something comes to this mat that something's going to happen. So yeah, now you've got those videos to have a look at. Go over those, have a good look at what I was talking about. You're able to see what I'm talking about now that I've done it in slow motion. And I will see you in a couple of weeks. I will send a date through and see if that works for you. Okay, guys, lovely to see you. Talk soon.